Hello, and welcome to vlog number 4 for the Athenaeum campaign.
Yay!
Yay!
What a world! What a world!
Wow.
What a world!
I can say it's intense.
Yeah, this world is like it's amazing.
It's fun. It definitely is like Zootopia.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very much.
It is giving me a lot of Zootopia. It's funny.
Yeah, that was honestly the vibe I wanted it to have when I was trying to put it together in my head. Like, how would this world even make sense? So I thought of Onward, Zootopia, and a little bit of Dragon Age. Lord have mercy, I couldn't think of the word.
Dragon Age.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I know.
But that was kind of like the idea for putting the world together, and I hope you guys had fun. Dancing into Star's world.
Yeah, it was really good. I like the musical number we did. That was
Yeah.
good.
So
Yes.
Very,
clever.
very good.
Oh my God. All I have to say is Beauty and the Beast, eat your heart out.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, I spoke to you all off camera, but thank you to everyone who were able to get out of your comfort zone today. For all of you who are watching, it's not easy doing this, knowing that people are going to be watching this forever, on YouTube. So, so definitely thank you everybody for putting yourselves out there, because I think that it will. I think it'll come out really awesome and fun. So
It was really fun to do.
It was.
And not knowing what we were expected to do in this world, I was almost wondering if we were going to be singing the whole time. So honestly,
Yeah.
my husband's a music teacher. He's a voice teacher. So I got like a mini lesson from him,
oh, that's nice.
yesterday, just in case. But
Just in case. Well, that's good. I think you all sounded great. All of you did. I
Yeah.
thought.
This session, too, was also kind of roller coastery. It
Yeah.
wasn't like just an even keel piece. You think about some of the things that Frankie and Tori went through, completely different from what Black Powder, it was just all over the place. It was great.
Yeah. I went into Star's world like really imagining like the big, heavy, like dramatic romance feel, but a lot of it ended up being very like mystery solving and a little bit of horror and still the romance. And I like that it was also like a mesh of multiple genres in a romance, and
Yeah.
I really liked that.
I love that we're bringing our genres into it. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Because that's how I felt when you guys came into Frankie's world. You guys are bringing your genres into the world, and it's changing the vibe a bit. And I think we're doing that here as well.
A lot of how this campaign is flowing is based on adapting to your choices. So I think this would have played out a lot differently if you had gone to this world first and then gone to Frankie's, because originally I had planned for the romantic storylines to be centered more around Tori, actually, because being like a teenage girl and somebody who just kind of broke up with Pio and was not really into the whole dating thing again, I was like, okay, that would be a really like ripe place for me to like throw a romantic character at her. But she already had this amazing like scenes with both Henry and with Felix, so 2 guys already. So I was like, I can't put Tori into that position again, because it's just going to be, let's just do the Tori romance storyline all over again.
it was already complicated enough.
Right. So instead, because I actually had a character planned for Tori from the Psychomotor Unicorns, actually. But I'm glad it actually worked out this way. You can still meet the character,
Yeah.
presumably, depending on what your choices you make next time. But I kind of like it better this way, because as a GM, I try really hard to tailor the storylines based on how I feel the PCs have been balanced in general throughout the campaign. And I really felt that Black Powder had less opportunities to shine in Frankie's world, and it's not Thistle's fault. I just think me as a GM just didn't give Black Powder enough to work with, enough opportunities to shine. So I'm like, all right, let me come up with a character throw it at Black Powder and just see what Thistle does with it, just to give Black Powder a little bit more of the spotlight. And I personally was really happy about the outcome. And actually, prior to even Frankie's session, when you all decided to go to Frankie's world, I had actually planned on the romances for Black Powder and Sam's to be flipped. I actually planned on giving Black Powder the harem of imps and give Sam's character the Taylor character. But then when I thought about it more, I was like, Black Powder's kind of been given like the comic relief bits recently, because Black Powder was like the Pink Ranger, and I kind of wanted to give Black Powder something a little bit more substantial storyline that's a little bit more serious and not as comic reliefy. And so I thought, so the harem, well, I had initially planned it to be like this funny thing where like there's this whole group of imps that are just following Black Powder around and like obsessing over him. I decided, no, let me just give Black Powder a sweet character, and then throw the jazzy imps, which made more sense, honestly, thematically. Give the jazzy imps to Sam, and I thought that worked beautifully with Sam as well.
With Taylor, I was really happy that you actually threw her in, because of what happened at the beginning of the session with Energy and Star and Tori all kind of laughing at the fact that Black Powder is a disabled old man, and he could have seriously gotten hurt because he's just a human. And it's like, yeah, like I spoke about it a little bit when we were off camera during a break, but like straight up for a bit there, Black Powder, it wasn't just distrust for Star anymore. He hated Star and was going to make Star suffer. Because like part of one of his disadvantages, or whatever they're called, is a pirate code. And it's, I believe the wording is like, every insult must be avenged no matter the danger. And so like it was about to get really dark. Because like Black Powder won't think twice about blowing up Energy at this point.
Has it, I know that you had a little bit of a moment near the end. Did that change anything necessarily, or would you rather not say if it had changed anything?
I can see he's got thinking. He still isn't happy, and he's taking it with a grain of salt because he doesn't trust Star. He hasn't talked to him, and then when the few times they did talk, it was mocking and not taking responsibility for something that he owns did. And so it's like, words are fine, prove it. So that's where he is currently with Star. Is all right.
Very interesting.
Well, I gotta say, one of the things that I really liked outside of the interaction with Star and Black Powder, because I thought that was fun, was the whole situation at the graveyard.
Poor Frankie.
That was a shit show.
Poor Frankie.
It's a phobia of death, and he went.
Yeah, his kryptonite. Right. That was his kryptonite.
That was the worst place for him to go.
The worst person to be with. I'm sorry,
but story-wise, is the best way to expose his weakness.
Yeah.
Story-wise, because we're used to Frankie being like the tough one who can take thousands of damage, who can just absorb thousands of damage. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I failed my health check, so he lost it. He lost it.
Yeah, there was no talking to Frankie at that point.
We first all meet back up and we just see Frankie as a mess, and it's like, what happened? You're usually so tough and strong.
His harness.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness, yeah. And that was just, I love Tori and the armadillo. She was about to unleash the zombie apocalypse in Star's world.
Yeah.
Animate dead.
Oh man, it's such a good thing BP wasn't there for that. He would have gone off on Tori.
Yeah, it was good to expose some of her weakness, the impulsiveness and the curiosity got the best of her this time. Because
as I said, had your magic been caught, then you would have. My plan was you would have been arrested, and then when we got to Sam and Veed's storyline, they would see the two of you like being sent over, and I would need Sam and Veed to solve that little problem of their friends getting arrested. So that would have been an interesting scene as well if it played out that way.
It was fun to see some failures though, and we completely ruined a lead, but that's
failure is the best in a game.
Right?
Oftentimes, yeah.
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 Oh my goodness. I was gonna say to Joe, okay, when it came to you asking the questions to Mariah, when you touched her, were you trying to see if that would snap her out? Like, I was so curious. I was wondering if you would do that.
That was good thinking too.
It was good thinking.
With Frankie.
Yeah.
It worked with Frankie.
With the technology piece.
Yeah.
Right, because it was technological.
Magical.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would work or not.
So you still learned something.
Yeah.
You still learned something. It's probably not technological what happened to this person, Mariah.
I have my theories. And like,
do you want to share it or do you want to
I'll share it because it's like my thought is because like Beyonce is a part of this.
Yes.
She is. And I think like it's her and Davey Deals and they're like almost for like better terms, like siphoning other people's talents to Beyonce.
Probably.
That's what I think. And it's getting rid of their everything, their personality, their music, everything. It's just leaving them an empty husk because she's taking everything that made them special and using it for herself. That's my theory.
Winning the competition, the Idol show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, we always know game shows are already cursed enough, and then there's this shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
She won it last season, so was that not enough for her? Maybe it wasn't.
Right?
I mean,
all of a sudden, this star character comes around and
money makes money.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. And all I gotta say is, Hark, really, Lady Matilda, you had to gut punch me. You had to gut punch me.
We'll save her. We saved Victor. We can save Matilda.
Yes, Lady Matilda. She's special.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What everybody think of the skinny convention?
I was just about to say that.
Like the thing, man. Like, okay, I know some furries for real. Mm-hmm. They are some of the nicest, amazing people I know. I get why they do it. It's its own thing. The whole idea of a skinny convention, though, like to me, is like, again, taken in a certain way, it can become horrifying. Like, can you imagine like a cat just going in and they just shaved all their fur to try and look cool? Like,
that's true.
That could be horrendous. And also, like, the way it was being talked about is also like mixed with a BDSM club, which is kind of hilarious.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice twist on it, though. I was like, it's like brownie points.
It's like nice homage to the furries without being offensive. So good on that. But also, like, man, that could go really weird and really dark really fast.
I was trying not to cross a certain line. I was just trying to like hint at this is a thing. It's for some people. It's not for other people. So let's stick with a more like chill part of the convention for people who just want to dip their toes in, but not necessarily like full on dive into the culture.
Like when you first explained what it was, my first thought was, oh, we're going Buffalo Bill here.
That's what I was
thinking. No, not like that.
Well, thank you.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
You want to know what's funny? Now, earlier in the session, I mentioned imps, and I said, don't take sweets from them. I had no clue Hark had an imp group coming up. Yeah. So it was kind of like perfect timing. That's what I said.
It was.
Don't take any sweets, Tori.
Right.
If she had seen candy, she might have taken it.
Oh man. There's some good. There were so many like good moments.
Decisions. That's why she's not a leader of the group.
You guys.
I'm sorry. Say it again. What? Who's not a leader?
Tori. She works on her own, but she's not a leader.
Yeah.
Sadly left it. Frankie actually had some pretty good moments in this one.
Yeah.
I just want to see Frankie and Shepard interact. I just want to see.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for I was waiting for Star to, make that connection, but they haven't done it.
I actually would like to see. I hope we get to see Frankie and Stormy because they're very, very similar. They're both protectors, and I want them to like have a talk, like discuss that. And I would love to see that.
I would love to see that.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah. But Alex did a great job today, just in general, because we just came from his world, and so that was really Frankie-centric. So I do appreciate, and part of it might just be because Alex is really tired, but I like how Frankie was able to take a more of a back seat this time around, just to let other people have their moments, since it was very... Yeah, he had plenty of moments in his last couple of sessions.
So far, I would say the best thing about this campaign has, even though we've been in other people's worlds, everyone has gotten to shine. Like, Harky said he didn't feel like Black Powder got that much to shine in Frankie's world, but it's not his world, and he still got his moments.
That's
like,
good.
with Frankie especially, and it's like, I felt fine about it, personally.
That's good. So. I'm glad. I think this was more me while I'm editing the videos, and I'm like, as a GM, like, I feel like... I felt like, well, maybe Thistle might want more in the next few sessions. So I was trying to give you more.
I love that you put Taylor in there, and I love that. I like Taylor.
Yeah.
Out of character, I love Taylor.
Taylor. So, I remember what I was going to say. So Taylor, I knew that Taylor needed to have some, not disability, but like something that struggled, that allowed her to struggle socially. And so originally, my idea, especially because her name was Taylor, my initial idea was to make her a skunk. She was going to be a skunk who was trying to make it big, but the problem is nobody wants to be around her because, for obvious reasons, no one wants to be physically around her. So that was something that she was trying to struggle with, the fact that she was a skunk who was trying to be an artist. But then Joe was like, I want Sam to be a skunk. And I was like... Oh, man. I mean, I was happy that... I think it's great. I think Sam being a skunk, that bit has been gold throughout this entire session. But then I was like, that means I have to completely throw my Taylor concept out and pick a different thing for her. And
it would have worked well with her to still be a skunk if you had kept her as Sam's potential.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about making her Sam's potential, but then I was like, I really want to give Taylor to Black Powder instead, because I feel like I can get more out of it. And so I had to think, all right, if she can't be a skunk, because I don't want to double on that, because I feel like it'd be a missed opportunity if I just doubled on the whole, oh, I'm a skunk and I smell kind of thing. So that's how I came up with somebody who was blind, and I was like, what? Oh, a bat. Blind as a bat. There we go. Kind of go with that.
Just for my own mind, how tall is Taylor? Like, I imagined her being fairly petite.
She can, honestly, I didn't define it, so she can be as tall as you think she should be to be compatible with your character. Yeah. So she can be as tall as you need her to be, I guess.
Okay, because my thought was, like, I know bats, and they tend to be kind of, like, squat.
Right, but we're more... they're more proportional here. It's not like... So in Zootopia, the bunnies are actually yay big, are yay small, and then the lions are actually yay big. So in here, I feel like they're more average sized. Yeah. Like, all animals are more, no matter what they are in real life, they're more average.
No, because in my head the entire time I was just thinking this tiny little bat lady, like maybe 5'2", and here's 6'3" Black Powder.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, she can
cute.
be,
and it's like that kind of relationship.
She can
works,
be.
So,
yeah, I didn't define it. Whatever you need her to be to make sense for your character, she can be whatever height you want her.
Yeah, no, it didn't matter. I just want it for my own head because I'm that kind of person.
Sure. Okay. Good question. So yes, Taylor was almost a skunk. But then Sam ruined it.
No, Sam added to it. He added to it.
Yeah.
So the skunk came pretty quick, but I gotta say, there were a couple of other thoughts that were going through my head initially, because I was thinking of doing a centaur with a zebra.
Oh, okay. That would have been really cool too.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, I would have loved that centaur. But no, I think Skunk Sam. There's just something about that's more amusing to me.
Yeah,
I feel like that
it fit.
Maybe it's an era thing in the music, but I got my first thought was like, oh, he went Pepe Le Pew.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I really like this session. I had so much.
Hood off. It's so hot.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Don't cook yourself no more, child. But no, I think it's so cool that you guys all dressed up in some style of your animal with the boa, and Alex had the horn, and
such a great idea.
Right?
I'm so proud.
And
so cute.
And pink.
Well, this is going to be good because we will have a Halloween session eventually. And so come Halloween. Now, the thing is, my child supposed to be born in October. So it could be one of those things where it'll have to happen after Halloween, but I'll tell you about it during when all the Halloween costumes are available, like Halloween stuff available. So if you want to go ahead and take advantage of that and get things. So what normally happens in the Halloween session is I ask everyone to the best of their ability to dress up as your PC character. And then we'll have people vote on which ones they think did the best job of dressing up as their character, and you'll get bonus XP based on that. So, but that's something to look forward to later, which I think should be fun.
Oh my goodness. And Tori almost got caught.
Yes.
Tori.
I'm hoping she
Tori's-
would, just to see.
I'm waiting for her to fail though, because then she's not going to really learn until she actually does something so bad that it just.
Like, I just keep thinking as like, man, can we go to a world where Tori doesn't end up in danger of like something really bad happening? She almost fell to her death. Now she almost got arrested for magic.
No, trouble follows. Like she said, trouble follows her.
You're gonna end up in my world, and you're gonna fall off.
One
the
of these
freaking
days.
One of her disadvantages is a weirdness magnet, so she draws in weird shit all the time.
I love it.
I have a feeling it's going to catch up with her eventually.
It will.
It's going to catch up with her, and
you need to give a high penalty just so I fail.
Oh my god! Don't do it. Not
Tempt
Tori.
fate, called tempting fate. There we go.
Right? What is it? You're a cat burning through your 9 lives.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to finish up Stars World and see what exactly is going on. I'm also excited to see what the next options are for worlds.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to keep giving them to us, like type 2, like 2 at a time options or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am curious about that. If you were to pick between the other 3 worlds, not including Lonix, if you were to pick them within the other 3 worlds, where would you, the player, want to go to
Tori.
next? Tori's horror.
Just
Okay.
because she's talked about her sister a lot, and I think everyone would really want to go
That
help
makes
her.
sense.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the same, Emily? Would you want to favor Tori over everybody else as a player, not as a character, as a
Yes,
player?
I mean that.
Yes. Okay. How about Sam and Joe and Micah?
So Sam, I think he would also probably Tori, because there's that big issue with the Agatha impact.
So maybe resolve that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
That's heavy on Tori's mind right now is the whole Agatha death. I think it's weighing on her heart.
Okay. And how about you, Micah?
I'm in the same boat. Horror.
You're also
Because Star has a moment they wish to have with Tori in her world. So it'll be fun. Hopefully, it'll be fun.
So
it'll pay off.
It will be.
So we go from Gourmet City to Frankie's World to Star's World to Tori's World. Literally doing this.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
my goodness.
All I know is I hope we don't go to Black Powders till late in game.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do it that way if you want.
Yeah,
if that's
just
how you wanna
for
play it. Yeah.
out of character knowledge.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
No, I'm liking how this works.
This is
yeah,
good.
the way that the order of these worlds, I think, are perfect so far.
Oh yeah.
So, Sam, how do you think, Joe? I wasn't sure how you would feel about it, but I think it worked out okay, in a comfortable way. Because again, I was trying not to cross too many lines that would make people uncomfortable. But what were your feelings about having this harem flocking to Sam?
So I didn't mind it. I think especially when you look at those PI style stories, they are very used to, women being very upfront and, not egregious, but sexualized.
Right. Yeah.
Without expectation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it didn't bother me at all. I thought it actually fit the scene really well. And, I was thinking of the jazz kind of scene, and he would have fit right into it and to the best of his ability to get information and play along.
Yeah. I think what's really cool, what I like about the imps is that they're not, the emphasis, I wasn't sexualizing them in any way, but they certainly were very flirtatious and they certainly were very like playful with you, but it was still like an innocent, playful kind of thing. I don't think any of them crossed any boundaries. They were just, well, sugar, like you melt my biscuits, like very, you know.
The melt my biscuits thing was like
that line.
Yeah.
Isn't he used to like butter my biscuits or something like that? Talking to someone from Colorado,
Yeah.
and it's like melt my biscuits sounds way worse.
Yeah. Melts my biscuits. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I heard that from a sitcom back in the day. Like he melts my biscuit. I don't know. I just kind of remembered it, so I thought I'll use that line.
Genius.
So good.
Well, good. I'm glad that that was received well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Hark, I was gonna ask you, because I'm gonna forget. When do you need the recording of?
Oh yes, cool. Very good question. So, I release if you've noticed, I release the sessions every 2 weeks. So it's a pattern of the session and then the vlog, and the session and the vlog. And so far, I've only released session 1, and the vlog just got released this morning, I think, or I'm working on releasing the vlog, about to. So I technically don't need everybody's recordings for another month.
Okay.
But, so I guess what I'll do, I'll give further instructions later about it so that people can send what they need. But most likely, all it will be send me your vocals for your lines, and most of your lines are really short. You just have like a line or here or there, and then if you can get that to me within the next couple of weeks, I'll try to incorporate with your flaps. And if I feel like you need to re-record something, I'll just ask you to try to do your best to remember what you're wearing today, and try to wear the same thing when you re-record, just so that things are as consistent as possible, and be in the same room that you were before. So
okay.
Bring the
Sounds good. Very
deodorant
good
again. Just
yeah, with the deodorant. Yeah, you were ready with the deodorant. I love that.
When I saw that line, I'm just gonna pull this out. I like my props.
I love that. That's
genius.
So good. Remember that when you all are doing your RPXP today, everybody.
Deodorant.
It's gonna be a hard one today.